cheerleader, your trainer, talking about training, talking about nutrition, and talking about the missing piece of the puzzle, hormones. So if you haven't gotten this latest issue of Train magazine for her, you need to go pick it up. It's on the stands now. And if you turn to page 42, you'll find yours truly. All right. Hey, thanks. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. And we are talking about cellulite. I'm going to let you come on in. We're talking about what it is from a hormonal perspective, what you can do about it. So let's too excited to talk about cellulite. Hearts, if this is a topic that you are pumped to chat about. Yes. Okay. So let me just tell you, on Sunday, I asked you what you wanted to talk about. And cellulite across the board was like something that everybody had on their mind. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what cellulite is, and we're also going to talk about 4 tips, 4 things that you can do starting today to get rid of your cellulite. So before we get started, for those of you who don't know me, hey, I'm Kate, and I teach women all across the globe. In fact, tell us where you're coming in from. In the comments, tell me where you're coming in from. I teach women across the globe how to fix their fat-fighting hormones. So we talk about training, we talk about nutrition, Atlanta, North Carolina, Oklahoma, New York, Ohio, Minnesota, Maryland, oh yeah, all over the place. We talk about training, we talk about nutrition, and we talk about the missing piece of the puzzle. And you guys know what that is. It's your hormones. For women who are interested in fat loss and fitness, hormones matter, okay? So you can learn more about me at BeyondFit Mom, all over social media, Instagram, Facebook. BeyondFit Mom is where it's at. And if you want to download my own personal workouts and recipes and tips and tricks and everything else, hey, Australia, awesome. Go to BeyondFitLife.com. So speaking of BeyondFit Life, how many BeyondFit Life sisters do we have on the call this morning? If you're a BeyondFit Life sister, I want you to type sister in the comments. And if you're new, maybe this is your first time joining the scope, or you haven't taken the plunge to join the BeyondFit sisterhood, I want you to type new in the comments. Hey, okay, so my sisters are coming on. Awesome. Great. So excited to see you guys. Hey, so to our new people, awesome. Hey, really glad to have you. Hardcore Fitness. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so today we're talking about cellulite. And I want you to give me, by a show of hearts, we're being brutally honest, who has cellulite? Show of hearts. Semi-new, you've been watching for a couple days. Okay, well, we are so glad that you're watching. Good. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing, guys, about cellulite. And this is frustrating, but we're just going to be honest. Cellulite, it affects everyone. So 90% of women have cellulite in some area of usually their lower body. So if you guys, where is your cellulite? Do you mind sharing? For most women, it kind of happens in like the butts, the thighs, the hips. You don't even want to give cellulite a heart. Hey, but I'm gonna share with you how to fix it, okay? Yeah, so legs and butts. In BeyondFit, we call that the BLT, which is the butt, legs, and thighs. So for most women, it's common. Like 90% of women have this, at least to some extent. And like the politically incorrect term for it is cottage cheese thighs. Okay, so I know it's not nice, but that's kind of what it looks like, right? Like just dimply cottage cheese. So it's kind of surprising because when you talk to women who deal with cellulite, it's not necessarily related to their body fat. It is in a sense, but you'll see lots of skinny ladies who struggle with cellulite. In fact, some of the clients that I work with that struggle the most with cellulite are the thin women. And, they struggle just as much with their lower body. So Yeah, cottage cheese thighs. Yeah. So let's talk about what it is, and then I'll share 4 steps, 4 tips that you can do with your training based on kind of manipulating hormones to get rid of cellulite. So first, before I start, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to swipe to the right if you're on an iPhone, and I want you to swipe up if you're on an Android, and I want you to share this broadcast. Now you can share on Twitter, you can copy the link and post it on Facebook. I'm not like super big onto Twitter, so I'm like trying, but social media, because I'm so busy with my 2 boys, is a little bit overwhelming. So I'm more active on Facebook and on Instagram, so you can share that link anywhere that you're active. But I want you hate Twitter. It's just, you gotta pick and choose, right? You can't do everything. So please swipe right or swipe up. And I want you to follow me so you get notifications of our broadcast, because tomorrow Patrick has the day off work and he's going to join me for a fit couples broadcast. So you don't want to miss that. He's always funny when he joins me because he calls me out. So I want you to swipe and follow and share. And when you've done that, type shared in the comments. Let me know that this has been shared, because what woman doesn't need some tips on cellulite, right? Yeah. This is a big topic. Thanks so much, Crystal, for sharing. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you. Thank you, guys. So sharing it is a way that we can just spread this message to a greater audience. And my message here has nothing to do with buying anything. So you don't need to buy a wrap. You don't need to buy a miracle cream. You don't need to buy a pill. All you need to do is just listen to these 4 real life training tips that I've used on myself and on thousands of my clients that work. Okay, so swipe to the right if you're on an iPhone, swipe up if you're on an Android, and then you can copy that link and you can post it all over social media. I want to see it everywhere, because this is the message that needs to get out. Okay, so let's first talk about what cellulite is. So cellulite is caused by fat that's stored just beneath your skin's surface. And it's fat that kind of presses against the fibers of your muscles and of your skin. And what happens is that pressing creates kind of that bumpy, like cottage cheese look. Okay, so the fat is pressing against the fibers of your muscle and of your skin, and that is actually what causes that bumpy cottage cheese look, which we don't want, right? Hearts if you're like, I don't want cottage cheese thighs. I don't want dimples in the wrong cheeks. Like dimples in your face, so cute. Warren, he's taking his nap right now. He has dimples and he's so sweet. But like dimples in my butt and thighs, nah. Not a fan, right? So cellulite doesn't have as much to do with the amount of fat. Yeah, no cottage cheese thighs. But it has more to do with the underlying soft tissue, and that's including muscle. And it also has to do with things like water retention and the orientation of the fibers in your lower body. Now, the hard thing about being a woman is that just because of the way our hormones are set up, we typically deal with cellulite more in the lower body than men. So it's just a hormonal fat storage pattern that causes women to typically store fat more easily in their lower body than men. Okay, so nutrition is obviously key, and we could do a whole nother scope on nutrition. In fact, if you guys are interested in like hormonal nutrition, tell me that by a show of hearts. Is that something you'd like to hear? Okay, good. So maybe we'll do another scope on that. But for now, we're going to talk about training tips, because like I said, the main issue with cellulite is that it's fat that's kind of poking up against your collagen fibers and against the muscles in your lower body. Okay, so if you want to tighten and tone your BLT, which is your butt, legs, and thighs, you have to address the collagen and the fibers and the muscle in your lower body. So hearts, if you are ready to hear the tips, 4 things you need to do. Now, I need a secretary to help me out. So who wants to be the secretary for today? All you got to do, your only job is just to kind of like recap what I'm saying in the comments, because I'm a little chatterbox. And we have people that are just coming in. They're coming in late. They're listening to the replay, and I want to make sure everybody gets all of these points. So you're just going to recap in the comments what I'm saying, the main tips. Who's up for that? I know you guys. Somebody can help me out. One of my sisters. Okay, so 4 ways to get rid of cellulite. These are training tips based on the hormonal responses to exercise. The first, ditch the cardio. This is my emoji with the woman with the ditch it. You gotta ditch it, guys. Pick up some weights instead. Okay, so a lot of women think that in order to tone their lower body, they have to run just like mile after mile after mile. And that is simply not the case. Especially if you're dealing with cellulite in your lower body, what you want to do is you want to increase your lean muscle in that area. And how do you do that? You increase your lean muscle by lifting heavy weights. Thank you, secretary. And by doing less cardio, okay? So the quickest and the most effective way to naturally reduce the appearance of cellulite, guess what it is? It's lifting weights. So you want to focus on weight training that builds lean muscle. Lean muscle is very important, and that's going to help naturally reduce the appearance of cellulite, okay? And the cool thing about lean muscle, which I just am like, muscle, hearts for muscle. Yeah, go heavy or go home. I want to see some hearts for muscle. I know you guys are muscle-loving ladies, muscle-loving mamas. Yeah, so the cool thing about lean muscle is it also helps your fat burning. So it's like muscle makes you a lean, mean, fat-burning machine. And cellulite is fat that's stored in that layer kind of trapped between the muscle and the skin and the collagen and stuff, right? So fat burning is going to help because you're going to have less fat in that area. And muscle tone is going to help to kind of smooth that area out. So building muscle is very, very important. Muscle's really cool because it also tightens the connective tissue and pulls that together, which again just helps with the appearance of the cellulite and those little dimples. So tip number 1 is to ditch the cardio and pick up some weights. Now, if you're just a cardio lover, I'm not saying you can never do cardio. No. I'm just saying you want to make weight training your priority. If you do cardio, I recommend sprints. Hearts for sprints. Do you guys do sprints at all? I know my BeyondFit sisters do because they do whatever I tell them. Yeah, and you guys, and sprints are amazing because from a hormonal perspective, they really increase fat burning, and then you get kind of your cardio in, and they're short. Like you can do a sprint workout in 10 minutes, which is really cool. So tip number 1, ditch the cardio, focus on weight training. Tip number 2 goes along with, so this is the emoji. Everybody put up this emoji. I want to see it. Emoji time. Yeah, group emoji for cellulite. Cardio won't cut it. If you love cardio, do it for fun, do it for enjoyment, throw in some sprints in there. But if you want to get rid of the cellulite, you want to get rid of those dimples, you have to include weight training. Okay? Yeah, here we go. It's all over the place. Good. So what about weight training? Like what's the right type of weight training? You want to focus when you're doing your weight training on the 2 H's. And those 2 H's in BeyondFit, we call them heavy and hybrids. Okay, so this is a note for my secretary. Heavy and hybrids. And basically what we're referring to with heavy is just, you gotta lift heavy weights, okay? You've got to lift those heavy weights. Muscle emoji. Let's make this like the Periscope emoji session. So muscle emoji for lifting the heavy weights. Here we go. And the second part of that with the 2 H's, the first is heavy and the second is hybrid. So you want your weight training to focus on compound movements. In BeyondFit, we call those hybrid movements. And all that really means is that you're not doing isolation exercises, but you're doing lifts that include multiple muscle groups. Lifts like things with squats, things with deadlifts. You want to go and challenge those tough to tone areas by hitting them often. So instead of just doing weight training with like a bicep curl, you're going to do a squat curl. You're going to do hybrid compound movements that engage that lower body from several different angles throughout your workout. Okay, so all of our BeyondFit Life workouts are set up this way. If you need help or if you're unsure, just go to beyondfitlife.com and you can download all my personal workouts. And the cool thing is we have exercise videos that show you how to do each hybrid. So hybrids are really, really important. And from a weight training perspective, I showed you at the beginning, but let me grab that again. So this Train magazine, this issue for this month, I did a special feature piece on page 42 with the big 5. So can you see that there? So these are the big 5, and these are exercises that are amazing for the lower body. So we have things like squats, like deadlifts. Big lower body movements are very, very important for, oh, thanks. Yeah, it was so fun. So go pick up your copy and show me when you get it. And they're very important for reducing cellulite. Now, I like to add in little isolation movements with my compound movements, and that's key. And you don't have to use a barbell. You can use a barbell if you like. You can use dumbbells. I mean, you could even do this stuff with a baby as your weight. But the key is, first, you want to ditch the cardio or focus, at least make your focus on weight training. The second, you want to use the 2 H's, and our emoji is the muscle. So hearts for that. And the 2 H's are hybrid weight training and heavy weight training. And now here's number 3. Don't worry about bulking up. Okay, so I know as soon as I say heavy weight training, there's like a, so this, what emoji should this be? That little face with the shocked face. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So there are a million ways that you can get your weight training in. But when we talk about weight training, I get so many women who are like, oh, I don't want to weight train because I don't want to bulk up. How many of you have heard that? Yeah, Lauren's got my face going on. Perfect, thank you. Hearts if you're like, I don't want to bulk up. I just want to tone. I don't want to bulk up. Okay, well, here's the deal. Nutrition, not your training, makes you bulky. So I really hate to hear that myth that like weightlifting makes you bulky, because it's simply not true. Okay, what most women don't know is that if you pay attention to your nutrition, to fat burning, to quality nutrition, weight training is not going to make you bigger. In fact, and this is the cool part, it will actually make you smaller than simply doing cardio alone. Okay, so those of you who want to focus on BeyondFit Life, don't worry about getting bulky. You've got the right nutrition in place. You're going to get lean muscle. It's going to give you a tight, toned look, and it will not make you bulky. It will not make you look like the Hulk. Okay, so don't worry about bulking, focus on fat loss nutrition. Use the 2 H's, heavy and hybrid, for your workouts, and your workouts should focus on weight training, not just cardio. Okay, so let's talk about the last point. Those are the first 3. Now, point number 2 is this. You want to keep it short and sweet. So hearts, if you love short, efficient workouts. Okay, yeah, so that's awesome. You're already adding protein to your meals and you're already seeing results. Yay, I love it. Love when my girls see results. So you want to keep it short and sweet. So on your training days, your goal is going to be to like hit it hard, hit it intensely, and then be done. Okay, so you want short, efficient exercise. And from a hormonal perspective, that's just going to keep your fat burning hormones high, and it's going to reduce the overtraining effect and those stress hormones that come from long, workouts, okay? So at the end of your workout, you should be breathless. You should feel some burning. Your weights, like we said, should be heavy. You should be using hybrids, and you want to be getting hot and sweaty. So if you need help with your workouts, go to beyondfitlife.com and you can download our workouts for this month. These are my own personal workouts. That's what I do. They work. Sisters who are on the call, you guys are following them. How have you been feeling with our August workouts? Are you sore today after yesterday's? So in the BeyondFit Life, yeah, they're killer. In the BeyondFit Life Club, we have a schedule that tells us what workout to do each day. And so we all did our workout yesterday. And I woke up sore. Did you? Yeah, you woke up sore? Good. These are tough ones. These are really tough. So in BeyondFit Life, hurts so bad. Yeah, Sonia, seriously. Ready to pick up my weights. Perfect. Yay. Hope you have a good workout. Okay, so let's do a recap. What is cellulite? It's fat that's pushing against the surface of your skin. How do you address that? You address that by the underlying lean muscle mass, the collagen, and overall fat burning. So we're talking about training tips today, and we are focusing on 4 tips. The first, you want to ditch your weights, or at least focus on your ditch your cardio, or at least focus on your weight training. You want to use the 2 H's, heavy weight training and hybrid weight training. You can download my workouts, beyondfitlife.com, so you don't have to wonder about what that is. We have it all for you, okay? The third is don't worry about bulking, go heavy and go hard. And then focus on your nutrition to take care of keeping you tight, toned, and lean, okay? And then you wanna keep it short and sweet. So short, intense workouts. You don't wanna do a bunch of moderate duration cardio. You wanna focus on those intense workouts because they're gonna give you more of a metabolic bang for your buck. So does that help you? Does that answer some of your cellulite questions? So here's the deal. I like to save some time for Q&A, and Warren is taking his nap upstairs, and Jackson, I have him set so that I have a few minutes to talk to you. I actually have on my bathing suit and my pool cover up because we're going to go to the pool as soon as Warren wakes up today. So Thanks Lauren for being my secretary. What is considered heavy? Okay, so that's a great question. And unfortunately, I can't give you like a direct answer because heavy is gonna be different for everyone. But a general rule of thumb is to use some weight that you can't do more than like 8 to 12 reps. So 8 to 12 is kind of like a good range for this type of training for women. So if you can do more than 12, you want to increase your weights. If you can't get 8, then you want to decrease your weight. So it should be in that range where you can get about 8 to 12. And you'll just have to play around with the weight. But once you figure it out, then you know kind of what to use from there on. So what other questions do you have? By a show of hearts, how many of you love weight training? Have you seen a difference in your lower body when you started doing these type of workouts? Yeah, so they really do work. Hey Kim. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Kim, I love Build Her Up. Everybody else who's on the scope, you need to go follow Kim. She just commented. Kim, can you comment again with some hearts so everybody can follow you? Build Her Up, hashtag. You can go to Instagram, BeyondFit Moms, and we did our first Build Her Up yesterday. And it's all about, this is totally unrelated to cellulite, but it's so awesome, I have to tell you. It's all about encouraging and empowering women. So I don't know about you guys, but I am like so sick of, especially in like the fitness industry, women just competing and tearing each other down. Like, let's build each other up. That's why I love our BeyondFit Life sisters, because it's all about accountability, it's about support, and it's about encouragement, okay? So instead of competing and comparing, like, let's encourage and empower each other. So if you guys are up for that, go to the post that I made yesterday on the BeyondFit Moms Instagram, and you can read all about how you can join in on that hashtag and on that movement. Okay. Amen. What's our emoji for that going to be for Build Her Up? Like, I mean, we could use like the muscle, we could use the hearts, we could use like the kissy face, because we love our fellow sisters. Like, it's not a competition. There's no comparison. Like, I hope everyone wins. Like, I hope everybody gets to their goal. And, you know, I'm not in a competition with anybody, and I know that the women that I surround myself with, they're not going to be in competition with anybody either, because we are all about supporting and encouraging women. Yeah, so hearts for that. Hearts if you guys are up for that. Yeah, I love it. Okay, exactly. Absolutely. Okay, so what other questions do you guys have? Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah. So you have a couple more weeks till your baby's here. Oh, Claire's on there. Claire was actually our feature for Build Her Up yesterday. So you can see Claire. Claire, give us a couple more hearts and comment one more time so that everybody can go follow you. Claire's our feature from yesterday for Build Her Up because she's amazing. You're due August 15th, right, Claire? She's got this cute little baby bump, and she's so fit and healthy, and she's a trainer.